Good evening. Today I'm going to be talking to you about recycling in South Hill. Did you know, according to the EcoKids website, North America has only 8% of the world's population, but it consumes 1/3 of the world's resources and it produces half of the world's garbage. According to ThinkQuest, a website updated in 2007, on average, every American produces 4.6 pounds of garbage a day, or in a year, it's about 1,460 pounds of garbage. Austria, Vienna, Austria, has the highest recycling statistics in Europe. Living there for the past 3.5 years has really impacted how I view my recycling habits when I come back to the United States. Throughout my speech, think about your recycling lifestyle and use the 4 R's, which are rethink, reuse, reduce, and recycle. These terms are retrieved from the website Benefits of Recycling, and it was updated in 2010. Today, I would like to give you some information about what is in our garbage, where does this stuff come from, the problem with having too much garbage, the effects of having too much garbage, and the solution to recycling, even though South Hill doesn't have a permanent recycling program. Have you ever considered what is in your garbage? About 1/3 of it is paper, 1/3 of it is organic waste, which is food scraps plus yard waste, and 1/3 is glass, metals, plastics, textiles, wood, and other materials. There's also a new type of garbage today, and that is e-garbage, which is computers, cell phones, and all the technology-related materials. Where does all this garbage come from? Most of it comes from our natural resources. For example, paper comes from trees, plastic comes from oils, cans come from metals. Every time we throw something out instead of recycling it, we encourage the waste of our non-renewable natural resources. Have you ever considered where your garbage ends up when you put it on the sidewalk for Thursday pickup? Imagine if your garbage wasn't collected for an entire month. Imagine how many bags would be strewn on your front lawn. Imagine the smell. Imagine the pollution in the air. Now think about if the entire neighborhood's garbage wasn't picked up. Can you imagine walking through that stench? According to a website called Professor's House, studies show that 60 to 75% of garbage in landfills can be recycled. This means for every 4 bags that you put out on the sidewalk, you can reduce it to only 1 bag. Consider some interesting statistics from an All Recycling Facts website. Forests are being cut down at 100 acres per minute to produce paper goods that we use carelessly. The average time taken by plastic bottles, the water bottles that we drink all the time, the amount of time it takes to decompose in a landfill is over 700 years. Glass can be recycled over and over again, and yet this natural resource ends up in landfills where it can never decompose. The most abused and wasted non-renewable resource is water. Recycling tin, glass, and plastic can conserve enough energy to power a light bulb for 3 to 4 hours. What are the effects of having too much garbage? Overflowing of landfills, which requires too much land space, the increase of global warming through pollution, a waste of our energy and resources as it's cheaper to recycle than it is to produce these items from scratch. Accumulated garbage creates poisons that leach into the ground and poison our drinking water. What can you do as a citizen of South Hill? Rethink before buying anything, and try to buy products that have less packaging. Reduce your consumption of water, for example by taking shorter showers, electricity by changing to power-saving bulbs, and gasoline by buying a smaller car and shopping in bulk to avoid multiple trips. Reuse anything you can. For example, buy canvas bags and use them when you go shopping instead of plastic bags. And recycle as much as possible. Separate your plastics and aluminum products and drop them off at the Walmart's recycling boxes. Today, we have learned what garbage is, the effects of having too much garbage, and what you as a citizen of South Hill can do about it. I challenge you to start making a difference and helping your environment in any way you can. You can make a difference.